My name is Dick Haymes, and I have a secret. Do you think you can guess what it is?
Arid Cream Deodorant, the deodorant that is 53% more effective in keeping underarms dry and odorless, presents I've Got a Secret, starring Gary Moore. Thank you.
Many warm welcomes to you on a rather cold night in New York City. It has turned chilly this evening. This is another session of I've Got a Secret, a Snoopy sort of... We have some information about the private lives of some interesting folk, information which they're going to try to keep secret from our panel. Now, I would like very much to have you meet our panel. First, a young man who is indigenous to television, Mr. Bill Cullen. Then a rose between two thorns, Miss Jane Meadows. Then... next to me, the oldest up-and-coming young comedian in the business today, Mr. Henry Morgan, and the lovely Miss Kitty Carlisle on the end. That is our panel. Now, in just a moment, I'm going to introduce you to a gentleman with tonight's first. All right, how about it, panel? You all set to play I've Got a Secret?
Ready?
Well, George, and here we go with our first contestant for the evening. Will you come in, sir? Would you tell the panel, please, what your name is and where you live?
My name is Nicholas Lynn.
Nicholas?
I come from New York City.
Comes from New York City. All right, now, Mr. Lynn, here's how we play the game. Move in a little closer to me, will you? We have two questioning periods, or rather, each panelist gets two questioning periods of 15 seconds each, but we only take the time of the actual questions. In other words, we do take time out for discussion, for audience reaction, if necessary. When a panelist's time is up, he will hear this sound, and I will pay our guest $10 and turn the game over to the next questioner. Twice around the panel for a total loss of $80, and the jig is up. The game is lost. Now, Mr. Lind, if you'll whisper your secret to me, we will reveal it to the viewers at home. I'm surprised that you admit it, but let's go to work here, huh? To help classify this secret panel, I will tell you it is something that Mr. Lind does, and we'll start our questioning, in this case, with Miss Jane Meadows, I think.
Something you do, Mr. Lind. Do you do this often?
Yes.
Would you consider it a habit, then?
Yes.
If I may interrupt you, I wouldn't say it was a habit in the sense that it was, in the sense that it's a habit.
Are you proud of this thing, Mr. Lind?
Yes.
He says yes.
Does it in any way benefit humanity?
No.
I hardly think it would be called a great boon to mankind, no.
Would it be something in the creative or artistic line that you do?
Yes.
Yes? Is there an object involved that you work on by any chance?
There's $10 down, $70 to go. Mr. Henry Morgan, please.
You work on an object. Is this object something soft like clay? Well, and obviously it's hard. Do you work on it like with a hammer and chisel? Or...
No.
Well, if it isn't soft and it isn't hard, is it something that when you're finished working on this object, would you hang at the museum? Well, people are laughing now.
And with good reason, I might
add. Is this sort of funny?
No, it isn't funny.
There are people who find it amusing, but I personally don't think it's hilarious, no. I mean.
Well, then, are there people who find this scary?
No.
Mr. Lynn says no.
The object you work on, was it, or is it, or was it at one time alive?
Answer is yes. $20 down, $60 to go. Miss Kitty Carlisle.
Works on a dead fish or something.
Is it alive when you work on it?
Yes.
Is it human?
Yes.
Is it ladies?
No.
Is it gentlemen?
Yes.
You work on men?
Yes.
On a particular part of men?
Yes.
Above the waist?
Yes.
On their heads?
Yes.
Do you do anything to their faces?
Anything to their
Their
faces?
faces?
Yes.
Oh, I've cut off in midstream.
Partly he does something to their faces. There are other parts involved. $30 down and $50 to go, Mr. Bill Cullen.
You cut off their nose to spite their faces? The other parts that are involved in addition to face is it above the neck, the other part in addition to face?
Yes.
Face and hair?
Yes.
Mostly hair?
Mostly.
Do you do something to the hair that a man already has? Who comes to you?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you curl it by any chance?
No.
Do you dye it?
No.
Do you cut it?
Do you what, Mr. Cullen?
I wanted to know if he cut it in any way or treated it any way.
Yes, he does. He cuts hair. There's $40 down and $40 to go. The panel's last time around.
Mr. Lynn, this is a hobby of yours, I trust.
No.
No, it isn't a hobby.
It isn't a hobby?
No.
And there's more than one gentleman that you do this to?
Yes.
However, that is not involved in the secret as it is stated.
It isn't.
No.
It isn't then a particular person, a famous person that he does this to?
Yes.
It is? Is that in the secret?
That's
A
the
famous
secret.
man we're after?
That's the secret.
Is this man famous in the entertainment business?
Yes.
Is he an actor? Is this man in television?
He's a performer.
Is
as
this man in
opposed-
television? Is this man on this show?
We'll have to give you the answer to that because even though the buzzer did cut you off, yes, he is on the show.
I know.
$50 down and $30 to go. Henry, you've got one right in your hand.
Let's take both feet, huh? You're a barber, are you?
I am.
I see. Do you cut Gary's hair? Wait a minute, I want to find out why.
And what with?
And with what?
As a matter of fact, Nick is ashamed to have me admit it tonight because I'm overdue. I'll be in to see you this week, Nick. Nick is the greatest guy for cool haircuts in the country. He has chair number 9 at the Zemler's Barbershop in the RCA building over at NBC. Oh, this is CBS. Nicest guy you're ever going to meet, too. Having so said, now let's welcome our next contestant on I've Got a Secret. Would you tell us, please, what your name is?
Miss Patricia Bergen.
Miss Patricia Bergen. All right, now, panel, remember how we play. Twice around the panel and the game is lost. Miss Bergen, the folks out there are waiting to find out what your secret is. Will you tell me? Now, this we're going to have to hear about. To help classify this secret, I will tell you that it concerns her home. And I think we'll start the questioning with Bill Cullen in this case.
This thing that concerns your home, does it concern your home at present?
Yes.
Is it something about the condition of your home?
No.
Is it where you live?
Yes.
In other words, I'm interested to find out where you live. That's the secret, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
I gather then it's not an ordinary place where you live. Is that a place where you'd expect a lady like yourself to live?
No.
You don't live at the YMCA, do you, by any chance? Because if you do, I'm joining the Sloan House tonight. Is this place a house where you live?
Excuse us while we talk. Will you
Sure.
whistle a few choruses of something? She lives in a house.
Gee, thanks. That is the house that you live in, if I find where this house is it the location of the house that I'm interested in finding out?
Yes.
Is it a geographical location?
It's a geographic location.
Yes.
It is indeed.
All right.
$10 down and $70 to go, Miss Jane
Is
May.
it in New York City?
No.
Is it in New York State?
No.
Is it in the eastern part of the country?
No.
The Middle West?
No.
Far West?
How far away?
Well, way out to California.
Yes.
Is it California?
Yes.
Southern California?
No.
There is $20 down and $60 to go, Mr. Henry Morgan.
You live in a house in Northern California.
No, not Northern California.
Middle California?
He
Like
lives
Los
right in the
Angeles?
middle.
No.
Above Los Angeles?
Yes.
Well, is this a house like that's a floating?
No.
Underground?
No.
It's above ground.
Yes.
Is it an odd-shaped house?
No.
Just an ordinary house?
Mm-hmm.
You got a rotten secret. Is the house well known for anything?
No.
Nobody's ever heard of this house? Did you build it?
No.
Is it anything about the structure of the house?
There's $30 down and $50 to go, Miss Kitty Carlisle.
Don't look at me.
Regardless of your opinion of Miss Bergen's secret, would you mind asking some questions, please?
Is this an institution-type house?
Yes.
Well, you want to confer again?
I think we have to give you a qualified yes, which means nothing. We'll say yes because I can't lead you too far astray.
This is not a sort of jail-type house. House of detention-type house.
The house she lives in is not, no.
No. But are you connected with a jail-type house for women?
No.
Oh, now I'm thrown. There are a lot of people living in this house besides you.
No.
In her particular home, no.
But in the one that's connected with it,
Yes.
there are a lot of people. All women?
No.
Men and women.
No.
A lot of children.
No, there's $40 down and $40 to go, and Bill Cullen is getting ready to pounce. Bill?
Is Alcatraz?
Ah! It wasn't your turn, Mr. Morgan, but you couldn't have been righter. She lives on Alcatraz Island, is where she lives. I'm sure Mr. Cullen will survive.
I always said Henry would get to Alcatraz before I did.
We'll have a room waiting for you.
No, I got upset, and I
Will you tell the panel how it happens that you live on Alcatraz Island?
Well, my father is captain of the guard there. We've lived there for 13 years now.
Kind of interesting. You see, it isn't as bad a place as you might have thought. Thanks very, very much from the makers of Arid for coming to see us tonight. And do come see us again. Bye-bye. Bye. Now then. Pardon?
Men at Alcatraz?
Yes, but you asked all women, then you asked men and women, then you asked children, but it never occurred to you to ask all men. Now, before we meet... Pardon?
Sorry. No, what actually happened was that Jane said to me, then it must be all men. And I said, Alcatraz? The kind of guy, I guess, that shouldn't come around here.
Well, I wouldn't feel upset about it, Henry, if I were you. You know, it's going to be all right. Now, my friends, it's time to have our panel go to work on tonight's special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, the handsome young man with the golden voice, Mr. Dick Haymes. Hi, boy, how are you? Sit right down.
Welcome. Thank you.
Pretty jazzy introduction, huh?
Yeah, ridiculous.
Happens to be true. You comfortable, Ern?
Well, sort of.
All right. Now, panel, let's see how quickly you can expose Dick Haymes' secret. We'll play the game as before, except that the money will go to Mr. Haynes' favorite charity. Now, Dick, will you give us your secret, please? Whisper it to me. We'll let the folks out there know what it is.
Come here.
This is going to be a surprise, isn't it? All right, panel, we will start the questioning in this case with Kitty Carlisle. And Miss Carlisle, I will tell you that it is something that Mr. Haymes is doing.
Well, Dick, you and I are old friends. This isn't something that you didn't tell me about when we were playing with Harry James.
No, I didn't say a word. Not a
Is
word.
this something you've been doing for some time?
No,
Did you start doing it just recently?
very recently.
We just took it up.
Well, then this has nothing to do with your singing career.
No.
Is this something that you enjoy doing?
Well, I don't know, not particularly.
Maybe this is something you invented to improve your health.
Really? No.
Well, you didn't tell me.
There's $10 down and $70 to go, Mr. Bill Cullen, please.
Dick, it requires skill to do the thing that you're doing.
No.
In other words, is it something that I could do?
Yes, definitely.
Now, we're talking about this in the present tense. Is this something you could do at present? I mean, right here and now?
You mean, could you and I do it at the same time?
That's interesting. I hadn't thought of it. Could we?
No.
Could you do it? Are you doing it at this minute?
Yes.
And I'm not doing it. We know that.
No.
We know for sure I'm not doing it?
I'm pretty sure you're not doing it, yeah.
Is there something in your pocket or pockets that I want to find out about?
No.
Is there an object connected with the thing that you're doing?
Yes.
Is this object connected with your person in any way?
I don't think we can say it was connected to your person.
No, he said with your person.
Connected with your... what do you mean? Do you mean with or to?
I prefer not to clear that up.
I don't know. That's what I meant, yeah. Well, there's $20 down and $60 to go. Miss Jane Meadows,
Mr.
please.
Haymes, this thing that you're doing right now, is it a physical thing?
Well, in an innocuous sort of way, yes.
Are you doing it? Can I see you doing it?
I don't think you can actually see me doing it, no.
What you're doing from the waist down, are you?
Yes.
Is it connected to your legs, the thing that you're doing?
Well, I would say, being quite direct and quite technical, no.
No. Is it something that you are doing with your legs and not with anything else?
No.
No. You're doing something with your legs to something else. Is it to do with the chair you're sitting on?
It has to do with the chair I'm sitting on.
And we said that it does not have to do with his legs.
It has nothing to do with
Oh,
my
it
legs.
doesn't have to
No,
do
it
with it.
does
Does
not.
it have to do with your hands?
I beg
Does
pardon?
it have to do with your hands?
No.
To avoid us getting into any difficulty, let me say it is not his legs, it is not his hands, it's below the table, and it's connected with the chair. Now, you can figure it out. There you go, Henry.
Yeah?
We're old friends, but I'm glad this is your question.
I wish it were yours, kid.
Has it something to do with your connection with the chair?
Yes.
Something you're doing in connection with the chair?
Well, yes.
Well, you're sitting on the chair, of course.
Well, obviously.
Any connection with that?
Yes.
Is it how you're sitting on the chair?
No, I don't think it has any particular bearing on how I'm sitting in the chair.
Is it why you're sitting on the chair?
No.
Has it anything to do, is the main thing it has to do with the chair or with your connection with the chair?
The question is difficult to answer.
No, I don't think it has anything to do with either.
I'd just as soon get out of this.
We're rescued by a kindly buzzer. $40 down and $40 to go. This is the panel's last
Well,
chance.
as an
to
old
run.
friend, I'm going to presume to ask if it has anything to do with what you're sitting on the chair with.
Ah. Well, how do I answer that, yes or no?
Well, does it have... Let's start from the beginning and go out. Does it have anything to
Start
do...
from the bottom and go.
Does it have anything to do with your suit?
No, no.
Does it have anything to do with your underwear?
Really? No.
Does it have anything to do with your person?
No.
And it has nothing to do with your position, either in life or on the chair.
No.
Does it have anything to do with what you're thinking while you're sitting on the chair?
I don't see how he could avoid thinking of it, but it has nothing to do with it, really. It's $50 down and $30 to go, and Bill Cullen looks faintly wise. And so does Kitty Carlisle now, but it's too late.
Oh,
Bill, am I interested to know, or would it help me to find out what you are sitting on that is
That's it.
on the chair?
that's it.
Yes.
That's it.
There is something there between you and the chair. Is that it?
Yes.
Great title for a song.
There's something.
Something between you and the chair.
Is it anybody we know?
Is this object that you're sitting on indigenous to the United States? No, that's the thing that you're sitting on is something that you usually don't sit on. Is that right?
Yes.
Is it something that we all should know about?
No, not particularly. I mean, we all know about them, but we all shouldn't know about the fact that I'm sitting on it.
Is it something we all know about them? You sitting on more than one of these things?
Oh, I just blew it.
No, he's only sitting one of a broad category of items. $60 down, $20 to go. A very worried-looking Miss Jane Meadows.
This isn't a pillow or in the pillow class, is it?
Oh, no.
It isn't music, is it?
Oh, no.
What could you be sitting on? Is it a material? Is it a
Yes.
fabric?
Yes.
Is it like a blanket, by any chance?
No.
Would it be ordinarily used as clothing?
Yes.
Is it man's clothing?
Yes.
Would it be pants?
No.
A coat?
No.
Gloves?
No. Buzzer.
A shirt?
No.
Your hat?
No, he's not sitting on his hat.
Shoes? Stockings?
No. Now, Bill Cullen has got an idea, but it's too late for him, too. Henry Morgan, you are the panel's last chance. There's $70 down and $10 to go.
You're sitting on a standard item of men's clothing.
Yes.
Where do you usually wear it above the waist?
Yes.
Above the neck?
Yes.
On your head?
Yes.
Jane O'Reilly said you're sitting on your hat, and you said no.
That's right.
Are you sitting on somebody else's hat?
Yes.
Gary's hat?
No.
Somebody's hat here?
Yes.
I don't know a hat. Is it a male hat
I didn't hear you.
We can't hear what you say.
Is it a male hat?
Yes.
It's a male
Oh,
hat.
that's Cullen's hat.
He is sitting on Bill Cullen's hat. Very humorous. Oh, very. If you knew the trouble, if you had any idea of the trouble we had getting this hat out of Bill Cullen's dressing room tonight.
Ridiculous.
We just were able to sneak it out here on the stage just before the show started. And Bill, lest you worry about your beautiful hat, the management, kind-hearted souls that they are, having used your hat, to create hilarity.
All right.
You know how hard it was to get extra money out of the management. That's what we're laughing about. We are giving you a gift certificate for a Dobbs hat from the Waldorf, and you can get a new hat. And, Dick, I want you to go over there and have Mr. Cullen model that for us, will you?
Oh, I shall.
Thanks very much, Dick.
Pleasure.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dick Haymes. Oh, great. Well, now, panel, I'm afraid that's about all the time we have got for the guests and their secrets tonight. Time has really flown. In just a moment, I will tell you about the famous celebrity who will be third-degreed by our panel on next week's. Now, next week at the same time, our panel will do their best to discover the secret being kept by, you cannot imagine whom.
Whom?
Maxie Rosenblum.
He can sit on my hat anytime.
To tell you the truth, I'm kind of surprised to find that Maxie Rosenblum has got any secrets, you know? He's a talkative sort. Well, Henry, speaking of not having any secrets, I meant to tell you, I have been sitting up listening to you every night over that miserable Hutton's restaurant. I don't mean miserable Hutton's restaurant. I mean the miserable hour of the night that you're on. Is there anything good tonight, or can I go to bed?
No, you better stay up. We have Greta Garbo, Charlie Chaplin, Benito Mussolini.
Well, fine. Until next week, friends, when we all meet here, I'd like to say goodbye to our panel, Mr. Bill Cullen, Miss Jane Meadows, Mr. Henry Morgan, Miss Kitty Carlisle, and yours truly. Until we meet then, this will be Gary Moore saying bye-bye for all of us. Bye out there.